What's good? What's good? It's your boy Cole's Cowboys. So, yesterday I had my little rant video, and I'm still on that same level because I'm not satisfied with the Dallas Cowboys. They play with their food. They do this every single time. It'll be nice to. I wasn't 100% confident that they would change their ways and get in the mix. The first 2 days of free agency, a tampering, they want to do it on the official day, but you have a tampering period that a lot of moves be made, and they choose to just sit on their hands and really don't do nothing the first 2 days and then make some action on the third day. They've done that forever. That's just the formula that they always, try every year that never works. They want to go for the low hanging fruit. They want to get cheaper guys. They feel like it's too rich for their blood to go out and take a chance, on some, higher tier players. Now, yesterday around 6-7 o'clock, they finalized the deal with Eric Kendricks. Now, Eric Kendricks did get picked up by the 49ers. The 49ers wanted him. They wanted him, to be a possible, replacement of Dre Greenlaw. And Eric Kendricks, he's 32. He's not as physical as he used to be when he was younger, in his younger years. But he's still a very, very good linebacker, very smart, sideline to sideline guy, green dot guy. And I'm happy that we got him. I'm not mad at all about I love the pickup. My problem with the Cowboys is they could have made this move yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. They day two. They could have been mixed in. They could have made some moves, but they wanted to sit on their hands. Thank God for Mike Zimmer for going out there and making this happen. Another thing that pisses me off about the Cowboys and what they did. So yesterday, Dan Quinn finally got Bobby Wagner. Except not on the Cowboys, he got him on the Commanders. And that just, I apologize to Dan Quinn because I criticized him of his gameplay as far as the linebacker play, having all these hybrid guys and all that stuff. I blamed him for that. But apparently, the Cowboys front office just didn't want to get didn't want Bobby Wagner. They probably felt that he was just too expensive to get him, at his age, and you know how they do. Well, Dan Quinn finally got his guy. Now, Dan Quinn ain't all the way out because that playoff performance was putrid. But I have to say, had he got his guy, maybe things would have been different. They chose Leighton Vander Esch over Bobby Wagner. So let me know how you feel about that. It's just kind of weird, man. So we got the pickup. Of course, Cowboys Nation was pissed prior to the pickup. And my thing that I just want to go ahead and express to Cowboy Nation, because I'm like, shit, I'm still about the boycott. Fuck that shit. I want to boycott. I want to send a message to the front office, but it seems like it's not going to happen because we're lab brats to the organization. We out here freaking out. They looking down on us, seeing us freak out, and they like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and finally make this move so they can shut the fuck up. And they did. And guess what most of the Cowboy Nation's fan base did? They shut the fuck up. That's our problem, man. It's plans. We need to get they got us under control. We need to be in control, and it's just ridiculous, we still trying to figure out that, the whole Dak contract thing. CD need his contract. Micah eventually gonna need his contract. We still trying to make moves, but we're not making the big moves. And let me say this. I like to bring up, the Eagles, how they do things. I don't like the Eagles. I don't support them, whatever they do. But I admire their GM on how he makes his moves. Now, he can make the moves. But as far as coaching, that's a whole different story. He made moves last year. Howie Roseman made a lot of good moves. He was cooking in the draft, and he made some promising moves. His problem was, the Eagles' problem is they lack development. They can't develop players. They have to go into free agency and get somebody that's already ready. They can't, they have their defensive lineman guys that they have promised with. They thought Nakobe Dean would have been a good steal, And they of course they got what's his name from Georgia? I'm drawing a blank. Big boy, but all of them from Georgia. They got Nolan Smith. They got Jordan Davis, and they also got what's the recent guy they got? Man, I'm drawing a blank. He must have not been that good for me not to even remember his name. But the guy that their defensive line. They're good, but they're not great, and they had high expectations for these guys, and they have to be able to develop them, and, groom them into being stars. They have the potential, but they just not there. They hit a rookie wall, as you say, and they just not making those type of plays consistently, and that's the Eagles' Achilles heel. Even with their corners, we'll see, since they got C.J. Gardner-Johnson back, and they're sticking with Bradbury, and they got Slay. We'll see if they'll pump back up being the Eagles of 2022. When they had a very, very good defense. But that as far as the Cowboys, I can honestly say can develop players, and we have. We developed Connor Williams to be a good pickup for the Dolphins at the time. He was their center. We developed Connor McGovern that's with the Bills. We developed now Tyler Biadasz that got picked up by the Commanders, and he got his bag. We developed these players. We developed Tony Pollard. Nobody knew about Tony Pollard. We got him. So we developed a lot of players for them to go out there and get bags from other teams. And some of these guys were undrafted guys, people that nobody was even looking at, and then we developed them into stars, and of course they became too rich for our blood that we want to keep them around. So other teams hop on that shit. So the Cowboys are good at that. I give them that. They know how to develop players. My thing is, you don't want to dip into free agency, so you rather stick with your own players for most of the time and be backed up on contracts. And that's the thing, man. Like, I just wish we would change up some things in our the biggest thing I would like for the Cowboys to do is, for them to just get a GM and let them run and do all the nasty work and just chill and be an owner. That's the biggest thing I really want. You can still talk, just don't interfere. You can market, just don't interfere. They want to market, they want to run the team, they want to do everything. And I'm like, you don't have to do that. You can get somebody to do that. That's how you can hold them accountable, and they can fear for their job and make moves. Right now, y'all don't fear for y'all job because y'all own the team. So that's just that's all I'm saying, man. I just want change. And I don't think we'll ever see it, because the owners, I think, Lord forbid, I'm not wishing death on Jerry, but whenever he goes to glory, Steven would do exactly what Jerry do. Now, probably not as much as the marketing that Jerry does and the talking, but he'll definitely want to pick up and do GM stuff. And Steven gonna be cheap. Steven ain't gonna want to get no high, he gonna play with contracts like. That's what's gonna happen. So, just ready to start this day, man. I'm ready for this day to be over with. I'm ready for Friday. But let me know what y'all think, man. It's just been so frustrating. But I'm happy that we got Eric Kendricks. Welcome to the team. We'll see if we make some more moves. It's encouraging that we got a guy. It's a good start of getting a linebacker because that's what we need. I want to see if we can be able to get a running back. I'm still frustrated that we didn't take the advantages of getting a possible Joe Mixon. Take the advantages of getting an Aaron Jones that killed us every time we played the Green Bay Packers. Got a Derrick Henry. That would have been awesome. We could have did that. But, we chose not to. And that's the frustrating part about it. Is the fact that we could have got a guy like that and we didn't. So let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all have a wonderful day. Hey, please hit that like button, subscribe. Hit the like button, subscribe. If y'all watching this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel. Share the content as well. Y'all have a wonderful day. Go Cowboys.